once again, it's another every Thursday. It's our success series where we learn from real life experiences from leaders, global leaders, indigenous leaders who are doing it. And by doing it, they are here on this call to show us how to do it and to share with us amazing strategies and their leading to success. Remember that they are also still on their journey, and that we're a community of success-fueled entrepreneurs. We are united with our shared vision and goal of helping everyone. And this is what this call is about. Global leaders reaching out and helping us by sharing their experiences to also help us achieve the kind of growth and in our community. My name is Blessing Edet, Head of Business Development for Africa. I have on the call with me my colleague Neil in Tunyai. Neil, are you here?
I'm here, Blessing. Good evening, everybody. Great to see all of you. Thank you, Blessing.
Awesome, awesome. Yes, we also have on the call other of our team members who work behind the scenes. Some of you know Pamela, some of you know Charlie, and so many of our team in Africa that are helping to ensure that we experience success. So tonight is a special call. We have with us an amazing couple. Now, these are couples that are succeeding and doing it. I'm sure they also have the experiences and challenges, but they're doing it nevertheless. And so we're excited to have them on the call to share with us. Coach Rowland and his amazing wife, Ashley. Now, Coach Rowland is one person that has been with us with his amazing wife, Ashley, even before we opened the Africa to grow this market. So we're so excited to have them on the call as part of our global worldwide top 100 power rankers, and they are still doing it. They are here to share with us their amazing experiences and strategies. Coach and
you've been here we're in Nigeria. Eating logistically good over there. We've got things solid in inventory now with the Noni. We figured out all the shipping and all the different. You don't hear from me as much. I don't have to call and fix anything. But thank you for working so hard over there. And the opportunity, you know, the continent of Africa over time will, in my opinion, become all you got to do is look at the industry. It's going to become a billion-dollar continent in our company over the next decade. And all of you are on the front end of that happening. And I did hear through the grapevine that they're over there too. So maybe in the next year or so, it go along with the Noni and the Hero line. You'll get some of the things we're using here. But in the meantime, get your base built really, really big. So actually, if you don't mind, share for a little bit. But what I thought I would do today, Blessings, is we've got a team of leaders here. We were doing a little each other's faces that way. When Africa needs help in the United States, here to help you, and then vice versa. One day they may have business in South Africa or somewhere, and you'll be there to help them. By the way, I will say that Mick Pappas has been one of the most helpful people on planet Earth. He has gone out of his way for our team into South Africa and Nigeria, trying to help us train, provide PowerPoints, doing trainings. Can never thank him enough. And but anyway, that being said, Ashley, go ahead, and I'm going to pass it off we'll begin after Ashley. Ashley, you just introduced Stephanie. Dad had to have surgery Monday, so they're in ICU. So I think she may just be listening in ICU right now. So I'm going to just pass it around. We'll begin with Stephanie Wilson.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Wilson. I started about a year ago, but I just wanted to, I was selling a lot of
I'm obsessed with them. I will never stop talking about them. My husband is the only one working, so I stay at home. So now I'm able to help out financially and building a team. It's been amazing helping out my friends, just seeing them, you know, grow and do all the things that they want to do. And that's it. I love it here.
Hey guys, I'm Sonia, and I'm here in Panama City, Florida. Nice to meet you guys. It's really cool to be on a call with you. Partner Co has been in my life for about a year, but before that, we lost our home to a major catastrophic hurricane in 2018. So that's been my driving force. It's just to create a business that would allow me to help others as well as help my family rebuild our home. So I enjoy everything about this business. And this is one thing I really enjoy is getting with people in a community setting. And it's like a family. So my family has grown over the past year, and that's a blessing to me. So here is my friend, Misty.
Hey guys, I'm Misty Carter. I also live here in Florida, sunny Florida. So the network marketing industry came to me at a really rough time in my life. I was going through a divorce and I needed some extra finances to make ends meet and then to build a retirement. I kissed a few frogs, so to speak, like a couple of companies that weren't so great. And then I finally landed at Partner Co, which I call as my prince. And it's just been a blessing from there. Like I'm building teams in several different states and looking forward to building all over the world. And hopefully one day I'll be over there in Africa. But Partner Co has blessed me in so many ways. Also the family, like all these people are my family. They're my ride or dies. So thank you for having me. And this is Andrea.
Hey guys. So I came across Partner Co a few years ago. I was working 3 different jobs and just tired all the time. I realized that wasn't a life I wanted for forever. I was already sick of it. So this provided me with the hope of a different future, a different opportunity. I get to travel all the time now and do that with my husband, Billy. So I'm going to pass that off to him now.
Hey, blessings, Nick. It's been a while. So I just want to share with you guys, you know, years ago, I used to just do a job. I worked as many hours as I possibly could just because I needed to supply, you know, income for my family. I found out quickly that I was just losing a lot of time, but I was making income. Thing I needed was time. So I ended up being a business owner. I actually lost both. I lost income. I lost my time. I was at work all the time. Thankfully, I found Partner Co, and they have allowed me to actually gain freedom and I'm getting income. So I can do the things in life that I really desire to do. I hope you do the same. I'm going to pass it on to Anthony.
Hey, Africa. It's me, Anthony Moreland. Hey, this industry has transformed my life over the last 12 years. You know, I've been able to live life on my own terms, not have to worry about a paycheck. Was it easy? Absolutely not. It took early mornings, late nights, but it has transformed my life, and I'm forever thankful because I have some of my best friends all around the world from this company, and that could be you as well. So now I'm gonna pass it back to my coach, my friend, one of my best friends, my mentor, Todd, Rowland.
Hey guys, for those of you in Nigeria, I spent a lot of time there many years ago. I know you guys call it the Ivory Coast, one of the most beautiful places on planet Earth, right there on the equator. Get lots of good rain. I remember it raining almost every day I was there. I was on the ocean side of Nigeria, but just a great experience. We love the Nigerian heartbeat. You guys are the greatest in the world. South Africa has always been a dream of Ashley and I to come to. You guys have the lions and tigers and zebras that we all see in our zoos here, and we all want to come see them in person. So blessings. We look forward to you guys doing a big PXP event in Africa and coming. And maybe some of these people you just saw will also come. And they may have business and moving into Africa at the time and come and speak. And then we also invite you guys, anybody that can, to come to our events over here. We would love to have you be a part of it. We'd love to Zoom anybody in anytime. Nick Pappas gets on our Zooms from time to time and shares. But blessings, anything you want to add there, Ashley? Then we'll turn it back to you, blessings, and let you, if you have any questions, you can ask any of us.
No, I'm just excited to be here and be a part of this.
Go ahead, Ashley.
Blessings, you have.
Sorry, Ashley, you were saying?
Oh, I was just saying I'm happy to be here, happy to be a part of all of this. And yes, you guys have tremendously helped us over the time. And so anyway, I'm just happy to be here.
Thank you so much, Coach.
Yes, she's sitting in a hospital right now with her dad, so she's not able to talk freely. Is the reason she's kind of not saying much. She just wanted to show up, though.
Thank you so much, Ashley, for getting on the call in spite of your unique circumstance right now. We're so grateful. We're praying for a positive and quick outcome with the surgery. All right. Thank you so much, Coach. Team, we actually asked for just Coach and Ashley, and we had a whole team
Way better.
their experience.
Yeah, see, the blessings, that's the secret. Like, if you want to become really good at this business, you go get really good people. You can never do this on your own. You've got to build an army of people changing their lives. And then as soon as one of them wants to make the big money, then they got to build an army of people changing their lives. And then you become the energy source for all of those people as they go through all the reasons they want to quit that first year or two. And it's just a pass it on business. So that's what you got to do there. You guys are in countries that really don't have much infrastructure yet. You don't have a lot of leaders there. I always say I can build any town in the world if I get one right person. I can go do a meeting for 1,000 people, and if I don't have a good person in the room, it'll die in 2 weeks. I can go to a town and sign up one good person and have 10,000 people in that town over the next 2 years. So it's always about an individual, not numbers. And you generally never find that individual. You become that individual. And when you become that individual, over time, you'll have some people in your business you'll develop into that next one that does it. So go be the one. You have no choice in your market because you're it. There is nobody. But one day, 20 years from now, somebody will enter your business when you're making more money than possibly imaginable in your part of the world. Maybe you're making $1 million US a year. It's possible because you will not just have business in Nigeria and South Africa. You'll have business in Europe. You'll have business in Australia. You'll have business throughout North America, Canada, United States. If you build a team at all, it's going to go somewhere. And you just cannot calculate financially what that can mean to you. So 20 years from now, people will enter your business and say, man, I wish I had known about it when you knew about it. But they won't know all the logistical nightmares, the limited amount of products, all the issues you went through. So I always say, you're a pioneer. Pioneers get shot at. Pioneers get killed. Most don't survive. But the ones that do get streets named after them. So go get your street named after you for your family and go set your family free.
Awesome. Gold nuggets there. Thank you so much, Coach. It's about the one individual. It's not about everyone. I think we've talked about this before, and Coach has just shared with us some amazing strategies. And so, Coach, I want you to also share with us what are some core values that our team needs to be able to implement to help them achieve the kind of success that they would love to see in their businesses?
Yeah, so it's very simple. And what I have found out because of this industry is it doesn't matter if we live in Nigeria, South Africa, Australia, the United States, we are all identically the same. God gave us all free will. We get to determine our own attitude. So core value number one is you either control your attitude or your attitude controls you. You have to control your emotions. You have to become a very positive person. And the only way to become a positive person is have your input of information be positive. meaning you surround yourself with positive people, not negative ones. And that's very painful to make that transition for a lot of people, because most of their friends, a lot of times, or family are very, very, very negative. And until they separate, they can never flourish as a true flower. You have to read positive things. You have to just become an inspirational person. We all know people that we love being around. The second you're in their presence, they make you feel better. And we also know those people that we kind of walk around, so I don't have to talk to them. But the second we're around them, they're telling us every issue they've got going in their life, everybody that's sick, everybody that's blah, 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 blah. So one of my mentors always said that the same wind blows up on us all, but we get to set our own sail. So meaning we all, like my wife and I right now are dealing with 2 very, very sick parents. But we deal with it. It does not affect our business at all. We don't bring it into our business. So it is like there's no time in life where you're just going to wake up one day and everything's going to be perfect and allow you to go build this. This is done on your free time for the first couple of years. So there's sacrifices involved. And then so core value 1 is attitude. Core value 2 is the amount of time you're going to do this. Whether that's 4 hours a week, 6 hours a week, 8 hours a week, you have to lock it in and be consistent with it. I was just sharing with this group that anytime you're inconsistent, you don't like not do something for a couple of weeks, then restart. You start over. Everything dies. Your business is going to run about 20 to 25% of the speed of you. So if you're distracted for 2 weeks, you got no business when you get back focused again. So you're just constantly restarting. I've watched it for years. I watched people be in my business for a decade and never make any money. And they're good at it. And they have good spurts, but they never sustain it long enough to develop leadership in their business. Their attitude goes bad. And then all of a sudden their business attitude goes bad. You've got to pull people up constantly. And that's universal in every country, every region, everywhere. And then the third thing is you've got to speak life into people. Most do not have the confidence to do something big on their own. 90% of the world lives basically, I call it a hand to mouth, foot to mouth life, meaning we're working this week to buy our food, or we're going out and getting it. We're working next week to pay our bills. We're working the next week for more bills. And then maybe the next week we got enough to go out to eat one time or do one nice thing. And then the vicious cycle's all over again. So 90% of the people you ever deal with have never conquered money. Money's conquered them. So, and you've got to pull them up. You got to give them confidence. You got to support them. You got to sustain them. Their mind will begin to grow. And as their mind grows, their attitude grows, everything begins to shift. And then their business begins to grow. The businesses, and the last one is your business is always a reflection of you. It's a reflection of you early on. If you're not doing the things to recruit, and there's different ways to recruit. And I'm not the expert in Nigeria. I don't know that market. I'm not even going to tell you the tools. I would defer that to Anthony and Emma and some of the ones that are really building there. That they'll tell you more the how-to there. They'll know it better than me. But I will say whatever the mechanism is, you got to do it consistently. And then the next step is you've got to support that infrastructure as it begins to grow out. So when you get that next person started, you've got to help them repeat whatever just made you successful. They're generally not going to do it on their own. And there's not much more to it than that, blessings. Become a product of the product. Like I know that Noni is become one of my absolute favorite products here in the United States. I drink about a half a bottle a night. My body craves it. It's tremendous healing power in the body. I was just in Tahiti for 3 weeks, so I learned a lot from the Tahitians. Every single Tahitian on every single island uses it. The way they do it is they pick it off the tree. It's a very bitter fruit. They'll put it in a mason jar, screw a lid on it, and set it in the sun, and it puts off a liquid over the next couple of days. And they'll take that liquid, they'll strain it, and then they will sweeten it with something to make it where it's palatable. They rub it on wounds. The way they explain it is they hold it up to their head and they say it's good for your head. It's good for your heart. They do this. They say it's good for your blood. It's good. And then they hold their hand on their gut and say it's good for your immune system. But I will tell you the number one thing about it is tremendous healing power. So when people in your region or different areas of Nigeria get sick and are open to nutritional medication too, Noni is a great product. Recovering from some type of injury, it's an unbelievable ability to speed up the healing process, whether that be broken bones, wounds, internal injuries, whatever it may be. Just a great product. It is also proven. It's one of our longest standing products that Partner Co. acquired. So we already know it can become a billion-dollar product by itself. So although that's the only one you have one of our very best products. Hopefully we'll get the weight loss and some other things in there over the next year or so, but get your team built. And I'll conclude by saying this. If you wait to get a product in that you want, well, guess what? You get to sell it. But if you go build a team of 10,000 people and a year from now we get the product you want in, now you got 10,000 people going to sell it. Which one do you want to happen a year from now? Do you want to sell a product or you want 10,000 people that you're getting an override selling it? So build your team. Build it big. And blessings again, thank you. I know we were hard on you. I'm hard on every general manager, by the way, in the beginning, because I know what we need out here in the field. So I know that you were really handcuffed with products not getting through customs, things backed up, logistical nightmares, but you've worked through them all, blessings. And so is your customer service department there. You got some really good people that work for you. And like I said, we get very few complaints anymore. Am I correct, Anthony? Are we way better?
Well, way better.
Way better.
Way better.
Okay.
Way
Go.
better.
Awesome team.
We can go.
Did you take down all of those amazing strategies that Coach has just shared with us? Those were absolutely gold nuggets that is just shared that can help you propel your business to the next level. And so we'll open up the mic. You can put your questions in the chat box. If you have any questions for Coach and Ashley, they would be very happy to answer those questions. Please put them in the chat box, or you can just indicate and you can go ahead and unmute yourself and ask your question.
Go.
Hear me?
Can you not hear us?
Oh, we can hear you now.
Okay, there we go. Maybe you must speak a little bit louder.
We can't hear you, Nick. But when Rowland speaks, we hear her very clearly. There we go. We can hear you now, Nick.
Can you hear now?
Yeah, boy.
Yes, Nick.
There we go.
Can you hear us?
Yes, we can. Go ahead.
So as I was saying, Todd, I just want to say that you've become a serious influencer in the last, because your photo, picture with your before and after, I wake up, the first thing I see on my Facebook is that. So the whole world is showing off Todd Rowland. And I can tell you one thing. Years ago, when I got involved and I started attending your Zooms, which, by the way, whoever hasn't been on Todd and Chris Doyle's Zooms in the mornings in the afternoons on Saturday here in Africa, on Saturday afternoons, do yourself a favor, get on those Zooms, because you have never, ever seen a Zoom like that ever. And I've taken huge example from that, because and the story behind those Zooms, it started with a very few people, and it's grown to 300-400 every Saturday on those Zooms. And when we started with New Age Partner Co, I got to know the business through Todd Rowland, and I have huge respect for you, Todd. And I just want to say thank you. I want to say well done to your transformation. And Africa, yes, you said it. We have huge potential here. We have an opportunity that very few people will get in their lives. The world is watching, and from where we were to where we are, it's only up from here. So thank you very much, and congratulations.
Real quick, are we able to get drops in South Africa right now or not?
We are in the process, Coach. We are in the process. We're currently looking at a better process for us to be able to bring them in smoothly.
Okay, what is it? Do you know a timeline on that? Is there anything out there in like timeline? Is it like 6 months, 3 months, year? But there's no way to get them in from like Australia or anywhere like that right now. We just don't have them.
We did try to get them in, but there were a couple of hiccups in the process. Hence, I'm saying that we are in the process of looking at a better way of bringing them in. It will be very soon that we'll be able to bring them into South Africa smoothly without any hassles.
And so in the coming weeks, we would be happy to share timelines around that.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. And when you guys do get those blessings, bring us back, and I'll bring these girls you just met, because all of the girls that you just met, none of them had ever done network marketing before. They're all brand new to our industry. And every one of them were making like $1,000 a week on week 2 and 3. With the social media things that they figured out, not Todd, these girls figured it out. And then we implemented it into network marketing. So we do have an unbelievable system for that. When you do have it, so we'll come back, the girls will come back, we'll help teach it there, and it will work there just as effectively, because I see y'all social media, y'all are really good at it. Really, really good at it. So once you get the drops, I think you'll fly. It'll work with any product, but for some reason, the weight loss just seems to really grab people on the social media side of things, because no education needed.
Awesome. Awesome, Coach. We'll definitely do that. We'll bring you back in once we get that rolling. And so do we have any other questions in the chat box? Any questions from the team for Coach? Any questions?
Thank you for having us.
All right. If there are any questions, Neil?
No, I'm quickly looking in the chat box. I can't see any questions. It's just comments.
Awesome. Awesome.
By the way, both of y'all's English is fantastic. You don't even have as bad an accent as Nick does.
Thank you so much, Coach. Thank you.
I don't think Nick speaks English. I'm not sure what we call it over here.
Oh my word.
Awesome. And so if there are no questions for Coach, Coach, what are some of your final words for us as we wrap up this call tonight that you would want to leave with us, our team here in Africa?
Get things moving so I can come spend a day or two in South Africa and a day or two. And I need personal tours. I want to see the inside of those countries. So I look forward, Ashton, I look forward to coming one day. And then just know that if we can help y'all this direction, any which way we can, all you have to do is reach out to us and let us know.
Thank you so much, Coach. Thank you. Thank you. Finally, I have a question for you, Coach. In this business, I'm very certain that you've had your challenges, but what are the things that has inspired you to still be in this business?
Yes.
Why are you still here and still doing this business?
It's the only reason that I stayed, and it's the only reason anybody will ever do this. We developed a burning desire for something better in our life when we found this industry. We were living a very menial life financially. Ashley was a stay-at-home mom with 4 children, and I was a teacher, which does not pay a lot here in the United States. So we really struggled, and I hated it. I hated living paycheck to paycheck. I hated living in an ugly house. I hated driving an ugly car. I hated not having money to go out to eat. So we call it developing the why. And then your why, whatever you start with, will begin to expand into time. So it may begin as it did for us. We just wanted cash flow in our life to take the pressure off. Then we realized we could do it. So then we wanted to become debt free. Well, then we were like, hey, let's get a nicer car. Then we're like, hey, let's get a nicer house. And then, your mind just grows and grows and grows. And the one thing we discovered that so many people are blind to, I would say at least 85% of the world, is time freedom. Like, I work harder today than I worked when I was broke, because once you understand the difference, you could never go back. Like, if I had to go back and somebody control my life to include a small business that I had to show up at, I would die. Like every day of Ash in our life, we live on our own terms. Now, do we do things maybe we don't want to do sometimes? Of course we do. We're on Earth, but there's nowhere we have to go to make a living. If our kids have something, we just get in the car and go. We just literally Ashley's not been home in 5 weeks because she's been taking care of her dad. Then we went to Tahiti. We won the free vacation, but because remember, finances control everything, not anything else. Finances. So when finances are better, your decision's easier. So we went a week early and stayed a week late. So instead of going on a 1 week vacation, we spent 3 weeks in Tahiti. I highly encourage it because all of you know when you go on a week vacation, it's a day getting there, it's a day getting home. It's like you really only get maybe 1 or 2 really relaxing days. Everything else is getting there and back. So I encourage everybody to, number one, live on vacation, meaning live the life of your dreams. Don't wait for a week, a year to do it. But then when you do leave your life on vacation to go on another vacation, make sure you do it for plenty of time where you can enjoy it, see wherever you're going, wind down. And then if you have kids or grandkids that you love, be able to be there for them, because for those kids and grandkids, the one thing they need more than anything else is your time, your love, your guidance, your compass. And when we're all going at work, making a living, we aren't able to give our kids that. And we sometimes wonder what happens when they get to be 17 and 18 years old. Well, I know I was a school teacher in a public school system. I know what the influences are there. They have to be really, 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 really strong not to cave in that environment. It's just so important. And what controls all that? Finances. It's all money. And it's that way in every country in the world, without exception.
True. Very true, Coach. Thank you so much for sharing that. And just one thing. So we have in our market, and I think in most of other markets, people intend to focus more on getting partners, brand partners into the business. And sometimes they, encounter challenges getting people to join their team. How important is it to first start with sales and then convert to brand partners and just build team? How important is that process?
Okay, so I was never good at sales. I was a really good builder. So I always tried to teach people to do what I was doing. But it was hard because you have to build skill sets, and some people will not stick with me long enough to build their skill set. So when I discovered these women, they're the ones that triggered it in my head. And I'll use Kristen as an example. The blonde you see there in the glasses. She made about, how many boxes did you sell when you first started, like that first month?
100.
So she sold 100 boxes of Skinny Drops in her first month with approximately a $40 to $50 profit margin. So she made $5,000 her first month. She didn't do a home party. She didn't recruit. She didn't sign up a brand partner. She wasn't even receptive to any of that. So if I had found Krista, she'd have never existed. But then after she started making money selling products to customers, then she liked it. And she realized, because she's also a stay-at-home mom with her 3 children. Her husband is a fireman here in this town. But so then she was open to start listening how to convert those customers to brand partners. And then she was open to maybe doing a launch party, and then hopping on Zoom. So it took about 6 months, but she grew from originally a customer, a user of a product, to selling it, to then actually building a business. And I think it's the easiest thing I've ever seen for somebody that doesn't necessarily show up here with a skill set or a mindset for better. They can kind of ease their way into it. Ursula, I'm going to actually hand it to Ursula. Ursula was very, very timid in the beginning. So instead of me saying, I'm going to let Ursula tell her own story.
All right.
But she could sell Skinny Drops.
Yes, I can sell Skinny Drops. So like I said, I've been praying about some things before I started because financially. My husband and I, we financially, we needed some guidance. So I saw my friend posting as I was dropping my child off. I asked her what it was. She told me about it, and I was like, nope. I said, I can't sell anything. I'm not a seller. So I went home, prayed about it, and I was like, if God places in my life, who am I to say no? So I saw her again, and she was like, just do it. And I was like, fine, I'll just do it. And I actually joined the company before even starting the drops. Within the first week, I lost 7 to 8 pounds. My husband said, whatever you're doing, keep doing it, because I was in a better mood. I had more energy with 6 kids, being at home, homeschooling, it can get stressful. Finances is another stress factor on top of that. So, and then our kids are in lots of different things, baseball and softball and cheer. And just being able to take care of that, I did have to depend on my parents a lot for that. And it just wasn't easy. But when I started with the company, I did lose sight a little bit. But then
be upfront there, like go into a little bit depth there.
I started, what I mean by that is I started watching other people surpass me. I started paying attention to their wins and them progressing faster than I was. And I just, it's kind of like I almost gave up. Like I just didn't feel like I was capable of doing it. And Todd and Ashley got on to me and say, well, we haven't seen you in a while on the Zooms, on the IPA, so what's going on? And, you know, they reached out, and of course, a couple of these ladies reached out as well that I'm sitting here with that have become really close friends. And, you know, they prayed me through some things and walked me through, and they've just been there pretty much every step of the way. And I mean, and I was able to help pay for my kids' Christmas. Like I paid for the Christmas. Like I didn't have to borrow or ask my parents or anything of that sort. So, I mean, it's taken a huge toll off of me and my family, and just, you know, feel like I'm able to help provide with my husband to help take care of our family. So, and a lot of people tell you when I first started, like I didn't smile as much, and I didn't. It's like, because I felt like I'd lost hope. Yeah. I lost hope.
But now we talk, we make you talk.
Yes. And I was just lost, and I just felt alone. Like I didn't have anyone until I came across this company and these products and these people that are sitting around with me right now today. So it has helped me more than financially, spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally, all of the things. So that's a little bit about my story. Thank you.
Yeah. And blessings, that all began with selling skinny drops. So the retail aspect of it is what got her involved, and the retail aspect is what got her through the start, because she was making enough cash flow until she got the confidence and the desire to go actually build a team of people doing the same thing. And that's very, very normal. It's like, you know, as a matter of fact, I think every person sitting here would tell you that they've been through the same thing. Very few people that don't consider quitting 100 times the first 2 years, to include myself. It's very normal, because this is not a job. Most of us are used to jobs that are consistent. They consistently suck, but they're consistent. This is a chance to create wealth, but it's a roller coaster. It's up one day, it's down the next. It's up one week, it's down the next. There's all kind of good people show up and they quit. Bad people show up and they become good. I mean, it's just the people that never do anything find the great ones. The great ones let you down. I mean, I could go through a million things that happen everywhere in the country to every single person. So the only thing you have to do is go back to our bullet points. Good attitude, control your emotions. If you do those 2 things, and then you consistently put your time in the areas that create income daily, not once every 3 weeks, but daily, whatever that time is, over time, you just wake up one day and the right people have entered your business. And you look backwards like, how did this really happen? And it wasn't a single moment. It was a compounding over all the things you consistently did with the right attitude for a period of time.
Thank you so much, Coach. Thank you to all of the team, a community of friends and family over there, for sharing your amazing stories with us. Thank you so much. We just learned once again that we're so much more than the products that we sell. We're a community of friends and family. And like we like to say, that this is the company where you join and strangers become friends and friends become family. We're here for each other, and we're providing solutions and helping people all around the world. we have the solution. It doesn't matter what you're going through. There is a support system right here in PartnerCo for you. Great and amazing call, everyone. Thank you so much, Coach, for coaching us this evening. We've learned so much. Thank you, team, for sharing your amazing stories with us. It has tremendously blessed our lives, and we're going to run with all of this information and get going. We too can do it. Thank you, team. Thank you, Coach. It's been an amazing call.